On behalf of the bridesmaids, I'd like to thank Andrew for his kind words. Bridesmaids look absolutely lovely tonight, bettered by only Katie herself.
Not right now.
It's your fault, isn't it? They were very carefully selected for their grace, elegance, and more importantly, ability to walk in a straight line. Although by Rachel's own admittance, she seems to be a little bit wobbly at the knees when she's around me. She claims this is a result of the alcohol that she's had at the family functions that we have. Rachel, if that's your story, that's fine. You're only human. Yeah. You're not the first, and you're certainly not the last. Now, today is a very emotional day for all of those involved. Even the cake is in tears. I did actually have I had one opening line prepared for this speech. However, I'm running past Katie. She said it was full of sexual innuendos and demanded that I whip it out immediately. For those of you who don't know me, I'm David, Andrew's younger brother, and yes, younger, because there seems to be a bit of confusion around that sometimes. No idea why, but... Now, there comes a time in every person's life when they meet their one true love, the soulmate, the person they know and understand, and the person that will spend the rest of their life with. That moment came for Andrew 27 years ago, when he met me. Being the younger brother, I've always looked to my big brother for advice and guidance. The first occasion I can remember of this was when I was in kindergarten school and I was 4 years old, Andrew being 7. And the senior school girls used to walk across Tenton Street, which is the street near our kindergarten school. And some of them were 17, 18 at tops, and they liked to mother us kindergarten children. And Andrew gave me some excellent advice that I remember to this day. While I was being doted on by my particular favourite at the time, Andrew came up and whispered a bit of advice into my ear. Tell them to off. That was the last time that I ever saw her. Great advice and thank you. Ironically, in a role reversal, this is the response that women often gave to us on our frequent nights out in the Soul Meeting night clubs. Although it didn't really help too much that Andy wore earplugs in his ears. Up until the age of 26, because the music was too loud.
Terrible Mambo shirt, so flames up.
But then again, Andrew's always been a little bit old before his time. Only as recently as the stag weekend in Cardiff, we were planning what we needed to take. I phoned him and said I was going to do the quick supermarket run, is there anything he needed, etc, etc. Top of his agenda was some fruit. So that he could have his 5 a day. Some strawberry rum and raspberry sambuca fortunately provided 2 of his 5. Before today, the last couple of weeks, I've been asking a number of people their opinion and how they describe Andrew. Charming, witty, and entertaining are all words. But no one said those, so... The most common theme was he's got more cosmetic products than anybody that any of us know. Certainly more than Katie. He has a freshly waxed chest, recently plucked eyebrows, and as of 11:45 yesterday, beautifully manicured nails. In fact, as recently as yesterday, we arrived at the hotel here at about 5 o'clock. We had a table booked to go out for some food at about 7:30. Everyone was unloading the flowers and things like that. Andrew turned up, unpacked his car and went, I forgot my face wash. And had to make a quick dart down to the Co-op in Old Liège to get some face wash for this morning. It's not the only thing he needed to get for today. He also had to go down to Marks and Spencer's at 11:20 this morning to buy a new shirt as he'd forgotten his. And we're supposed to be leaving at 11:30. Of course, a jest, as Andrew looks dazzling today, although it could just be the light reflecting off his hair. There's so much silver in there now these days. I don't know what she's tight with money Andrew is. Sometimes he squeaks when he walks. He's so tight that sometimes he owes himself a tenner. On chasing the payments for the stag do, because there's a few people I didn't know there, he very positively said to me, I'll chase all the money down, you don't need to worry about a thing, you pay for it, I'll chase it down, promise you I'll get you all the money. Now, 12 of us went, I've had 11 payments, and there's still one outstanding. Yeah. Only person not to pay. We'll see. Third most common thing was that he's always thinking of others before himself. No, I said that the wrong way around, always thinking of himself before others. Always thinking of others before himself. A few years ago, noticing I was hungry, he shared a meal very generously with me. Only problem was that I was a 3-week-old baby, and the food was crisps. It's the first and last time he shared a meal with anybody. It's the first time that I've actually done a best man speech. So I looked to the internet for some guidance. Andy gave me some websites, and after looking at them for a couple of hours, I found some really, really good stuff. I thought I'd better start looking for speech information. Now, the Wedding Speech Etiquette Guide says, and I quote, "If you know the bride, you may also want to tell a few anecdotes about her. Be very careful." I do know the bride, and know what's good for me, so I'll swiftly move on. On a serious note, my big brother has been more like a best friend to me over the years. Told you. Always been there for advice, always listening, and always looking out for me. In Katie, he's found a new best friend, someone who can share all his dreams and aspirations with. As you say, he works in Leeds Monday to Friday, and I think that just goes to show how unconditional love is for one another, that Katie's allowed that to happen, and what a truly selfless person Katie is. I'm pleased to... I'm pleased to welcome Katie into the family and look forward to sharing many more jokes with her and many more laughs with her. Now, before you all start to think that I'm an expert at public speaking, I looked this up in a dictionary for definitions. The word expert. An ex is a has-been, and a spurt is a drip under pressure. So read into that what you will. All that leaves left for me to say is that for those who still can you please stand and raise your glass and join me in a toast to the bride and groom, to Andrew and Katie.
Well done.